Wendy Williams is making it clear she is not here for Diddy and his antics. She recently had some strong words for him, and it seems like she's determined to take him down once and for all. Wendy, who's been out of the spotlight for a while now, decided to come out of retirement to address Diddy head-on, and she did not hold back. Homegirl brought all the smoke and delivered it in classic Wendy fashion, leaving no room for misinterpretation. So what exactly did Wendy say about Diddy? And did she just confirm those long-standing rumors about him allegedly trying to silence her? Let's break it all down. For years, fans have been begging for Wendy to make a comeback and spill all the messy tea on Diddy, especially with the recent lawsuits and everyone finally calling him out for his sketchy behavior. Well, guess what? Wendy is back, and she did not disappoint. She granted every wish and served up all the drama we've been waiting for. But before we dive into the juicy details, let's talk about the history between Wendy and Diddy. Why does he seem to have such a personal vendetta against her? While Wendy was always known for her controversial takes, Diddy's dislike for her has always felt a little more intense than most. Here's the kicker. They weren't always enemies. In fact, they were on pretty good terms back in the day. Let's rewind to December 1991, long before Diddy founded Bad Boy Records. Back then, Diddy and Heavy D organized a charity basketball game at the City College of New York to raise funds for AIDS foundations. Unfortunately, the event turned into a tragedy. The venue was oversold, leading to a deadly stampede that claimed 9 lives and injured 29 others. Diddy faced significant backlash, especially when it was revealed that the money raised for charity never reached its intended recipients. Some organizations even claimed they hadn't authorized him to use their names. The media dragged Diddy relentlessly, but Wendy stood by him. She called it a misunderstanding and urged fans to give him another chance. So what changed? Rumor has it their fallout stemmed from a compromising situation involving Diddy. Allegedly, during a group trip to Cancun, a photo surfaced showing a man pulling down Diddy's pants. Wendy supposedly got her hands on this photo, and let's just say, things were never the same after that.
Puff got one of the hottest DJs off of Hot 97 because she wanted to put up a picture of him getting his pants pulled down. You understand what I'm saying? Puff had power.
Speaking of that, right, I'm happy you brought that up. Kirk Burrows, I did an interview with him some months ago, and he told a story about Wendy Williams. She got fired from Hot 97 because she had a picture of Puffy, and she was saying on air that she was going to reveal the picture. If you don't mind, because he told me the story, but he didn't go into detail. He never told me about what was in the picture. So if you don't mind, give me the story from your point of view, and what was in the picture, because for some reason, he never went into detail about that.
We were in Cancun, and we were on our way to the Island of Women. You understand? And this is all it was, bro. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. When he grabbed his trunk to pull us down, some girls was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like he was gay, something like that. And she was gonna put it out. So they stopped her from putting it out.
And they got her fired from Hot 97 because of that.
As if the said photo drama wasn't filthy enough, there are reportedly rumors that Diddy went all the way farther and attempted to have Wendy jumped by his female group Total.
I remember I got off the air one day and them Total bitches were downstairs waiting, and everybody upstairs at the radio station is looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. I wasn't yet married. My knight in shining armor screeched up in his car just out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was about to happen. Skell hiding like a girl. Thanks, Skell. I'm standing in the door like, what? And I'm literally about to go through now. I'm not like, what, let's fight, because I'm not one of those type.
A few years before her retirement from television, Wendy Williams discussed this in an interview and was quite sour about it.
There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now
It goes without saying that Wendy Williams and Diddy's relationship was never the same after their falling out, and honestly, that's not surprising. Wendy doesn't play games when it comes to people disrespecting her. Just ask her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, and his boo, Sharina Hudson. Wendy dragged them publicly and played them big time, so you already know she wasn't about to let Diddy slide either. Let's take it back to when Diddy allegedly tried to get Wendy jumped by sending his girl group, Total, after her. If Diddy thought that would intimidate Wendy into silence, he clearly didn't know who he was dealing with. Wendy bounced back harder than ever, turning up the heat on Diddy and spilling even more tea as her way of clapping back. And when Wendy claps back, she does not hold back. A few months after the near run-in with Total, Wendy went straight for the jugular. She leaked a photo of Diddy's son, Justin Combs, chilling with none other than Suge Knight, Diddy's biggest rival. Talk about hitting where it hurts. The photo was beyond embarrassing for Diddy, especially given the bad blood between him and Suge during the height of the East Coast versus West Coast beef. Wendy knew exactly what she was doing, and boy, did she stir the pot. To make matters worse, Diddy was already dealing with drama involving Justin and his mom, Misa Hilton. At the time, Diddy was denying he was Justin's father, accusing Misa of trying to pin someone else's baby on him. His ego couldn't handle the idea of Justin hanging out with Suge Knight. It was like a slap in the face. But here's the real kicker. While Diddy was busy dodging paternity claims, whispers about his alleged treatment of Misa started circulating. According to sources, Diddy was reportedly physically violent toward Misa behind closed doors, and it wasn't a one-time incident. It sounded downright brutal.
That for you, cause
Well, Misa was out there. She was messing with the dude from EPMD. That's why Puff first beat her ass.
It has been reported that Misa was with Suge because she needed money to care for Justin because Diddy was acting inappropriately. However, when Diddy saw the photo, he became offended and said, "If only I had done the right thing by Misa and my son, that would have never happened." Diddy then began attacking Wendy, hitting her hard every time. In an interview, Wendy's now ex-husband Kevin Hunter also discussed this, demonstrating how nearly Diddy destroyed Wendy's life and career.
Is it true that Diddy got her fired from the radio station? Did he have anything to do with that?
I think that he had, yes, I think he had, well, let's be clear, nobody got fired.
Okay.
He got suspended.
Okay.
Yeah. Did he use his influence and power with Steve Smith and him at the time, and God knows whatever his relationship was with the overall station, because Bad Boy was a powerhouse. We all know how Bad Boy dominated a large part of the 90s. And as far as New York, you know, there was a powerhouse. So was he, you know, King Joffrey Joe? Yeah. Did he go in there and shake him up and say, yo, you know, I want this chick off?
Wendy Williams has always been as stubborn as they come, and she didn't let up when it came to going after Diddy. In fact, she was one of the first to see through his facade and realize he wasn't the good guy he pretended to be. If there's one thing about Wendy, it's that she always keeps her ear to the streets, and she could see straight through Diddy's nonsense. So when Cassie finally broke free from Diddy's grip and he pulled that over-the-top romantic stunt, Wendy wasn't buying it for a second. Remember when Diddy made that public plea, professing that Cassie was his one true love, claiming he couldn't live without her, and throwing out a supposedly heartfelt apology? To most, it might have looked sweet, but Wendy, she knew better. She called it what it was: pure damage control. Wendy even hinted that there was way more going on behind the scenes in that relationship than the public ever knew.
You know, my thing about when you date a mogul is that it's really difficult to avoid them, because if you use your head, you never know when they're gonna pop up on the scene. Like, he's mogul, like he can hire a plane right now, zoom it to South Africa, land on the roof of the hotel where she's staying, okay? Pay people off at the front desk, give me the key and let me up in her room. Like, I'm already paranoid as a person. But to know that somebody could actually swoop down on me in the middle of nothing.
Diddy once posted a screenshot of Michael Jackson's song, "The Lady in My Life," with the caption, "If anyone sees Cassie this weekend, please tell her to listen to this song 100 times. At first, this post had everyone in their feelings. It seemed like Diddy was genuinely heartbroken, still in love with Cassie and desperate to win her back. While most people found it romantic, Wendy Williams saw right through the act and wasn't fooled for a second. Wendy called him out, suggesting that Diddy had been controlling with Cassie and that the situation wasn't as innocent or heartfelt as he wanted it to appear. And with everything we've learned about Diddy since, it's safe to say Wendy was right all along. Unfortunately, Wendy wasn't around to witness the drama in real time. She was facing significant health challenges at the time. In 2023, her team revealed that Wendy had been diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. These conditions, which affect language, communication, behavior, and cognitive functions, presented major hurdles in her life. Despite this, fans have been wishing for her comeback, knowing that her commentary on the Diddy saga would have been unmatched. Now, it seems Wendy is on the mend. She recently sat down for an interview about Diddy, and let's just say, it's crystal clear that she has been living for the chaos and thoroughly enjoying Diddy's downfall.
7 years ago because of Diddy. All these years later to see where Diddy currently is. What do you feel about that situation?
Right. Hey, when I watch TMZ and I see the stuff that goes on, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden I see me on TMZ. You know what I'm saying? It's really weird seeing me on TV when I'm caught in this position. You know what I'm saying? The other day I was watching Cookout, and there I am in the first opening scene. I was like, oh my God. Season 1, episode 13, there I am on Martin. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Diddy will go to prison for life, people. You don't know things that I knew about Diddy back in the day, and you want to know what? It's about time, people. It is about time. Diddy done.
She still got it.
Diddy done, do-da day.
How you doing?
See, she still got it.
Wendy.
Oh my God.
Hey,
The queen has spoken. There you have it.
that's right. This is just the first step of me.
As Wendy Williams put it, Diddy is done, and she is clearly living for the drama. Fans had plenty to say about her comeback, leaving comments like, Wendy Williams still got it. Not her saying, Diddy's done. It's about time. She still knows things. Get her a chair, a camera, and the baby mama chart now. Okay, Wendy Williams, what did you know? When did you know it, and why didn't you tell anyone? It's always the same story. Epstein, Weinstein. People only speak out when it's all public. Maybe we could have had our Diddy done moment years ago. Now I want to know how you feel about all this. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out the next video.